You have a choice whether to succeed or to fail. It's your choice. How many of you want your children not to forget your name? I need to be sure. Because I remember that when I was leaving school, I was considered not to be a nobody. But today my children are happy that I'm their father. The people that people thought were going to metamorphose into something, they are driving Ubers now. They came out with second class Uber, but they are still driving Uber. Your academics does not guarantee you will be first in life. Whenever you want to take decisions in your life, there are people that pull you down. You need to leave them alone, because your friends determine your values. Your values determine your decisions. Your decisions determine your actions, and your actions determine your results. If your results are wrong, check your actions. If your actions are not the best, check your decisions. If your decisions are not working, check your values. If your values are not the best, check your friends. If you want to change your future, change your friends. Simple. You are the average of 5 people here. 5. If I know your friends, I'll tell you your future. Simple. Show me who you talk to. Your friends do not only include the people you talk to, they include the books you read, the pages you research online, your mother that you listen to, your father. Those are your friends. The people that influence you are your friends. So I decided to look for new friends. I went online. I look for Grant Cardone, Russell Brunson, look for T.D. Jakes. I look for people that speak, not get into my head. I blast my medulla oblongata 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour at night, every single day. I'm not listening to Okebe Super. I'm not listening to news. I'm not listening to any other thing. I need things that will change my mind. Show me your friends and I'll tell you your future. If you want to change your future, change your friends. Look at yourself. You dress like your friends. You all look alike. So if I look at your dressing, I know your friends. I know your friends. From the way you talk, I know your friends. Who do you spend time with? What do you read? Iron sharpeneth iron. Iron sharpeneth iron. If you are going to come out as gold, you will need to go through the fire. And trust me, I will burn the rubbish out of your head. I will clean it up. I will not pity you. Some people here have come to my tribe meeting. 30 days, I'll sit down with you. 9 to 10. God help you if you are late. You are in trouble with me. I will remote your medulla oblongata. I will turn it. By the time you come out, you'll be as pure gold. Anything, nothing will shake you. Nothing will shake you. Because you need to build character first. I don't care who you are. Your money cannot help me because you will die without it. A good name is better than lousy. Insanity is defined as doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. If you are going to succeed tomorrow, you need to change the way you behave today. Stop that bad behavior. I need you to prepare for dominance. Whether you like it or not, domination has come. It is by choice. A man that I respect so much, his name is Grant Cardone. He was the one that created this word called 10x. 10x is the man called Grant Cardone. Next slide. Grant Cardone was somebody that made a statement that anybody can be successful. Don't let anybody deceive you that is not everybody that is going to be everybody can be successful. Every single person can be successful, including you, including you, including you, including you, including you. Every single person under the sound of my voice can be successful. There are people that are sitting here. They have looked at you have looked at your result. Your result is showing that you will graduate with a 3rd class. Your result is showing that you will not come out as a good student. You are even afraid to go back home to your parents and say, Daddy, Mommy, I have failed. Come on, come on, come on. It is because of you I am here today. They are telling you that the instruction of your lecturers that whether you have failed or not does not mean you are going to fail. I don't care what anybody has said about you, because somehow in this discussion you will hear my own story. Success is your duty. It's your duty. It's your duty. It's your responsibility. It's your responsibility to succeed. Your father does not owe you anything. Your mother does not owe you anything. The government does not owe us anything. Nothing. We need to stop it. You are not too young to be rich. I'm going to say it to you. You can be rich. Say, I hear you. I hear you. Next slide for me. A lion, the Panthera leo, the African lion, is not the strongest animal in the forest. It is not the tallest animal in the forest. It is not even the fastest animal. It is called the king of the jungle because of one thing. It has an attitude. When a lion wakes up and he sees an elephant, he looks at the elephant and says, this elephant is food. And he goes and attacks that elephant. But if that elephant should step on it, it will kill the lion. Because the lion thinks that this is food, he attacks it. When the elephant sees the lion, looks as if, boss, I'm not there here, has left, it has disappeared. Because he's afraid of the mindset. What mentality do you have? Your problem is not your location. Your problem is your thinking. If you can think enough, what you have is more than enough. Your problem is not beneath. Your problem is your brain. If you can change the way you think, people will come to you. Alexander the Great said something, said, I am not afraid of an army of lions led by a sheep. I am afraid of an army of sheep led by a lion. How many lions do we have in here? Talk to me here. I will shake your table because I need you to survive. If you die without releasing your gift, you are ashamed to this world. Because God sent you here with a gift. And that gift, everybody must partake of it. 25 years ago, God said there was a problem in Benin. And he needed you to come and solve it. That's why you landed in Benin. You have to wake up, cultivate your gift so that the world will benefit from you. Small boy, like what's his name, Whiskey, people are eating up his gift. English he may not be able to speak, but yet everywhere now they are paying for his gift. What is your own gift? Your gift is something you can do without any effort. A fish does not need to go to school to learn to swim. What can you do without going to school to learn? That's your gift. All you need to do is to cultivate it. All you need is to groom it. All you need to do is to till the ground, work on your gift. Look for people that can bring out the gift in you and make it happen. Now, once you do that, it will now develop. If you want to 10x your life, there is this word that you need. You need attention. Attention, money follows attention. Wherever there is attention, money will always be there. You need to get attention. You need it. Because money always follows attention. I am not afraid of an army of lions led by a sheep. But I'm afraid of a pack of sheep led by lions. I came here to raise lions. I came here to provoke you. I came here to disrupt you. I came here to set that fire inside you. No matter the recession in the forest, a lion will never eat grass. Monkey no the bongo. No. A lion is not the tallest animal in the jungle. A lion is not the biggest animal in the jungle. A lion is not the fattest animal in the jungle. A lion is not the fastest animal in the jungle. So if you ask the lion, did you pass your fastest animal exam? He will say no. Did you pass the longest animal in the jungle? He say no. Did you pass the biggest animal in the jungle exam? He will say no. Did you pass the wisest animal in the jungle? So what did you get in fastest? F. What did you get in strongest? F. What did you get in this one? F. What did you get in this one? F. So in your school set exam, you get F, 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 F. No problem. But yet he's the king of the jungle. Your academics is not a guarantee for your success. Keep your first class one side. Keep your 2-1 one side. Keep your 2-2 one side. Show me your attitude. A lion will look at an elephant. He say, I will eat this. Because that is how he thinks. An elephant will see it and run away. It is not a function of your size. It is a function of your attitude. Walk to that person and say, you need to be in this platform, otherwise you look for me tomorrow. Start talking to them now. Stop pitching them. Time is ticking. TikTok. Where are my lions? Can I hear you say ahoo? So at this point in time, it is important that you know that decisions make men. What decision do you want to take today? What decision do you want to happen in your life? What decision do you want to see in 5 years' time? Everybody overestimates what you can accomplish in 1 year, but you underestimate what you can accomplish in 5 years. Stop thinking short term. Think about the long term. Money follows attention. You are too quiet for success. Once you make noise, you command attention. Hey, we don't show. Everybody was born naked. Everybody. There is nobody I know that came out with shoes, iPad, BlackBerry. Nobody. Everybody came out naked. The only thing a baby comes out is the fear of falling down and the fear of a loud noise. Every other thing you learned to be poor. So if you're going to be successful, you have to unlearn poverty and learn success. Unlearn poverty and learn success. I was tired of 1,000, 5,000, 20,000. I was tired. My brother, small money is bad. So I wrote on my wall 100 million. I wrote it on the wall, big with paper. I will lie down by my bed on the floor. When I wake up, it's 100 million. I see. I wrote it on my ceiling, 100 million. When I turn like this, 100 million. Turn like this, 100 million in my bedroom. Turn like this, 100 million. My toilet, when I'm sitting on the throne, 100 million. This book will not pass me by. Whatever you look on, once there is a will, there will always be a way. I put a target on my mind, 100 million, and I put a time, 1 year. 1 year. When you put a target and a time, direction will appear. What is your target? What time do you have? When you put a time and a target, you turn to a madman. The world does not excuse the road for human beings. It's when you are mad, the road will clear. Stop thinking about 500,000. When you have a time and a target, everything changes. Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, my mentor, my boss, says in Africa, when a gazelle wakes up, it has to run faster than the fastest lion, otherwise it will be eaten. It says also in that same Africa, when a lion wakes up, it has to run faster than the fastest gazelle, otherwise fastest gazelle, otherwise it will not eat. The moral of the story is whether you are a gazelle or a lion, when you wake up. In the beginning, God created. When he created you to become a co-creator. Yes, you may be working for somebody. You are there to learn, study, to show. There is a part of your life you must show. Show yourself approved after you have been tested and tried. A man rightly dividing. What are you made of? When God put man, the next thing he said, have dominion. It was not an advice, it was a command. God is not advising you to be rich. He commanded you. Your poverty is an insult to God. 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 45 says if you are 20 years old, you are able to go to work. If you are 20 years old and you are still in your father's house, it's a shame. Stay with me. So today we are going to break the rule. We have sat down together. We have sat down alone.
time for us to break the rules. It's time for us to break the rules. It's time for us to break those rules. Normalcy will not be accepted.
Hola, 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 guys. How are we doing? Can you guys hear me clearly? Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. It's good to see you guys again. What's up? What's up? What's up? I can see a lot of comments already popping up. Let me just quickly go through them. Nkasiobi Chibota, how are you doing? Wako, Reginald, Matthew, seeing official Izu. I'm seeing Jeffrey. Jeffrey, hope you're doing great, doing good. Is that my Jeff? Jeff from the Buran Group. Is it Jeff from the Buran Group? Ken Oasis, how are you doing? Awal, Abdulaziz Awal, Diamondel, Charles, Labude, Jeremiah. Hope you're great. Hope you guys are doing amazing. I see Zemira Godwin. I see Ike Israel. Zemira, how are you? How's family? How's the family? Mfo Ramasubana. Mfo, how are you doing? Hope you're good. How's things been for you? The brains, great, great, okay. Um, Ajibode says, is this Ubon King, sir? Yes, it's Ubon King. Uh, uh, yes, it is a wonderful mentor, Ubon King. Woo, okay, you guys can hear me. Great, great. I can see. Fantastic. I see Munachi Stella as well. How are you, Stella? Lazarus, hope you are doing good. It's good to have you guys. I'm so excited having us on today's Crypto Capital Show series. This is the 41 episode, 41st episode actually. That's it should pronounce as 41st, not 41. The 41st episode of the Crypto Capital Show series. And if you're just watching for the first time, you've never been here before, what we do here is this is the best crypto related, Web3 related weekly show you can ever see out there in the world right now. And why is that? It's because every Sunday we come around the same time, we come on live here and we begin to share valuable tips about the market, strategies about the market, which most times are priced information which you may need to pay to get them. We share those value for free. So you get to hear and receive that content from us. We also talk about the market, what we are expecting for the week, what we are looking at, and how best we want to approach what we are expecting to take advantage of it. So it's one thing to know what will happen, it's another thing to be able to utilize what you know for your own financial benefits. So there's an application of super knowledge here and super wisdom here. So if you really want to, not of course nothing we do here is financial advice, but if you really want to join us in making money with a lot of progress, you can literally just stay put and enjoy today's session. Every series we've ever had, every episode we've had, majority of them are on the YouTube channel. You can always go scroll through, you can check the playlist section and scroll through and watch a lot of them. You're going to see how most of what we've been saying has been spot on. Over the years, over time, 80% of everything we say plays out. And there's always that 20%, right? Which doesn't work out fine. But the 80% is more than enough to literally change your life for the better. So our focus is not necessarily to be to predict the market, but it just happens that we do this at time. But our major focus, like I always say, is to be directionally correct with the lowest possible margin of error. And that is what we do here because it is a fundamental truth and law in life that the more things change, the more they remain the same. I repeat, the more things change, the more they actually remain the same. So, welcome to today's Crypto Capital Show series. So, what has been happening this past week? What has been happening this past week? What has been taking place in this past week in crypto? We've had Bitcoin. In fact, not just have we seen BTC touching 76K, as of right now, while we're doing this live, it just blasts through $3,000. We've been talking about this for weeks and for months now, and we are seeing it happening live right now. I don't know how some of you guys feel about BTC breaking 80K already. Ethereum has broken 3,200 as well. It's been a crazy week. We've even had Bitcoin withdrawals from from Binance, which is like the major exchange out there, hitting a crazy all-time high. There's so much pressure across the board. So much pressure across the board. You know, if we look at last week, so many opportunities that brought we had so many opportunities out there. I think one of them was the funding opportunity which I shared upper week, and then I think at the start of last week it got elapsed, it got finished. In fact, I had to refund a lot of people who were late because the opportunity is time based, and once that passed the time I couldn't really take much person, so I had to refund those people. So if you're among people refunded, don't feel bad, but you should next time when I say share something important like that, take advantage of it and write on time and spot on, because it's not something you see out there anywhere and whatever as well. But I congratulations to those who already have keyed into it, and we have already started trading to passing most of the test already. So in the next 1 to 2 weeks, a lot of persons would have passed their account. So kudos to those who got the 100K opportunity, funding opportunity, and also the discount opportunity run through. That's going to be the last discount for the year. So moving into 2025, so from now to moving to 2025, there is not going to be any discount. So it lasted for as long as possible for people to take advantage of is joining the platforms and joining the group. So if you took advantage of it, it's super amazing. The past week has been filled with so much gains. We've made so much result and so much progress in the past week. Some of the things we talked about, some of the things we were looking at in the market, we saw them play in, we saw them come into being, and it's a really been a good week, right? So that we are not left behind in whatever has been happening. If you can recall in the live streams we had, I made emphasis on the 1st to the 4th being bearish, right? Being bearish, and price going low. And actually, price didn't go as low as I expected, but the 1st and the 4th was actually bearish as it was stated. And I said from the 5th is when we are looking for a rebound and a spike in the market. Now, these are things I make emphasis on. If you are in the bull run group, if you're in the bull run mentorship group, you see where I talked and shared this in well details. I don't always do it live here, but if you're there, you will have that advantage. So one of the things, this is why you need to be there if you aren't a part of the bull run group here, because I make emphasis on this date and what to expect. But now, I did like I did talk about it, right? And I said that, okay, within this duration from the 5th is when we should expect a bounce, a rebound in the market. And if we go to check the chart, you look at the chart, from the 5th of November, we have seen that rebound till date. So if you're not paying full attention to what I'm saying in the live streams and try to get every word as it should be, you may get lost in between. You may pick half and leave the other half, and it could affect you negatively. But if you pay full attention to what I'm saying, it is definitely going to be able to help you as it should be. So, and two, sometimes when I come and talk about what we're expecting for the week, there could be a shift in certain things during the week. And once that shift is happening, I may not necessarily be coming live here again to want to talk about it. But if you are in the bull run group, you are updated per time as this things that takes place. So you want to make sure you are a part of the bull run group and you super take advantage of these informations out there, which you definitely will not just get anywhere out there with so much. So the past week has been super amazing. But right now, what are we to expect, right? What are we to expect in this new week we are in? So we started 10th of November, we're entering a new week. What are we gonna be expecting? So we're gonna talk about what we're expecting the new week, and then we're gonna look at post-election effects, because we made emphasis about what is going to happen when Trump take over, and whatever we are seeing taking place right now, we are seeing it happening in real time, as I stated earlier on. And now we're going to be talking about what should you know as regards the win of Trump, right? The post-election effects. And and the keyword, which is positioning. And then we're going to look through the market analysis, look at some coins and the chart, and like what you're looking for, where is our next bidding levels and next bidding points that is. And I think what next we have incoming for the week, and then that should be all that we are looking out for today. If you're following on the Telegram, there were 2 different calls I shared from the Bull Run group into the Telegram last week. And if you had taken advantage of them, you should have made a good amount of money. One of the calls I shared from the Bull Run group to the Telegram, public Telegram, did a 10x, did a 1000%. So you would have been able to make a good amount of profit. And then another one did about 600% or so, about 2 of them specifically. Some persons who are not in the Bull Run group but on the public Telegram sent me messages about how much profit they made, and I really like that, because it shows that people are actually utilizing what is being shared as well. So it's not, there's some people who be like, oh, Shifu, do this, do that. So much is already being done. It's your choice to take advantage of what is already being done and what is being made available as well. And obviously, I'm going to share more, right? From time to time, I'm going to share some of more of those informations at times. Obviously, not every one of them is going to play out as we expect, but the most important thing is, as much as the win rate is high and you're able to get 8 out of 10, we are definitely good to go. That is the key. One thing that is important, I always say, is life is so risky that you cannot get out of life alive. That is how risky life is as well. So what are we looking at for this week? So for Monday is basically going to be more like a very silent day, because in the US, Monday is basically a remembrance day. So that's tomorrow. Tomorrow is a remembrance day. It's basically like a US holiday, right? So it's going to be a bit boring day when it comes to data in the market, what we're expecting. There's not really going to be much happening tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be like a very calm day, because it's a remembrance day in the US. So it's more of, I think they call it veteran holiday, something like that. So it's taking place tomorrow, Monday. But one thing that is going to be the equation that poises to be asked is, will Donald Trump be good for oil? Oil is a commodity. So will Trump be good for oil? If you are on the challenge group chat on Telegram, the Shifunomics Proclosy challenge group chat, I sent an entry, a buy entry on oil. That was before the market closed as well. But oil is influenced not just by technicals alone, it's also influenced by fundamentals. But on Wednesday, we are expecting CPI data for October to come out. Although, let me see if I can share my screen from Forest Factory so you can quickly scan through that. And you're not just looking at my face saying it alone, and you're not getting what is being said. Okay, let me minimize myself so you can see briefly. So like I said, it's going to be a big calm day. And then we've got FOMC members are speaking on Tuesday, but the major activity begins on Wednesday when we have the CPI, right, for October coming out. And if you look at the forecast, people are expecting it to actually be lower. And I actually expect same, right? Okay, the expectation is to be same, 0.3, 0.3, but I actually expect it to be lower, yeah? I expect it to be lower based on the activities that happened in October and how the economy has been in America. So for Thursday, we're expecting the PPI. So the PPI is the production index, right? Producer index. It's just like the CPI. The CPI is consumer price index. So the PPI is the producer price index. So basically, we're expecting the PPI. But the PPI is on Thursday is actually going to be more important. I actually feel like as much as Wednesday CPI is going to be important, that will actually have an effect on the market. Thursday PPI is actually going to be more important because it will determine the rate cuts that's going to take place in December. It will literally determine it, because now we are seeing much like we're seeing much like a lot happening in terms of the world globally, in terms of Trump coming into power. We're seeing more of this coming. We're seeing more of whatever is happening in the world and the impact of Trump coming to scene. And one thing that people are trying to focus on, to major on, is how intense will rate cuts going to be. Now, interest rates, whether there'll be cuts of rates or not, all those things are super important, because um, people are going to be able to know how Trump is going to handle the economy, and that is going to influence the dollar, and the it will also automatically reflect into cryptocurrencies. So Thursday is very important to know what is going to happen in December. It will give a very clear directional bias of traders all over the world, and people could know how things could play out. Yeah, so we want to be watching for that. Now we're in a period whereby you want to be paying much attention to um, fundamentals more than technicals, because fundamentals is going to be king. Like, remember what I remember, if you go through the series I taught on what is going to be happening in the bull run, and the sentiment is going to shape, is we're getting to the place whereby sentiment is going to be crazy. People are just going to buy anything. People are going to we're in a full on risk on mode right now globally in the world, and being in that state means how would I put this now? Being in that state means you want to pay much to what is happening, what are the fundamentals. That is going to give you more of what. So technicals is just basically trying to get an entry, technical entry. Where at times your technicals could literally be messed up in this period, especially those who are trading cryptos and whatnot as well. So we want to keep an eye for that as per what we are looking out for this week. So last week Trump was just elected, right? This week is like setting the foundation of what is going to happen in December. And then when we look at, so the data that are going to be coming out is setting for what can happen in December, because now this data that will be coming out this week are data based on Kamala Harris regime, right? Based on last month. Now that will determine the decisions Trump is going to take for December, which will now entirely impact the whole of the quarter in 2025. Are you saying? So we are following this step by step, base to base, and seeing how we can approach the market as regards this fundamentally to be on the winning side and being on the profitable side as well. So fundamentals is basically going to be super, 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 super key. And that's why you even see, even when it comes to memes, we're paying much attention to X, what is happening. If you look up in the past week, we've done over 8,000% in the bull run group. So, and if you see, most of the calls I drop in the bull run group related to memes are memes that are having to do with animal information, right? A lot of this animal information is either animals with real human names or something that has to be animal related and whatnot. And most of these things has to do with following these things on a real time, whatever is happening in the news. Because we're going to be seeing Donald Trump is going to tweet a lot. Donald Trump, whoever is in charge of his media and his ex, is going to tweet a lot, and it's going to influence the markets. What's his name? And coincidentally, the founder of X now, which is Elon Musk, is also what going to be working alongside Trump in the government. So what is that going to be? These two guys are going to be tweeting crazy. It's good. They're going to be tweeting crazy, and this means that we're going to have some of the most volatile swings ever, because this is like X has become like the power, one of the major mainstream media right now. X has become like a mainstream media platform beyond just a social platform, become a very powerful mainstream media platform. And mainstream media is very powerful when it comes to politics and power. And if it is getting to that point, it means that, and then we're seeing the founder of this platform is now going to work in the government with the most powerful man in the world. That is going to be a crazy swings, and which means, and those crazy swings, like I always say, the menace of the market could be the volatility, right? The volatility could be crazy. It could send you to the village. It could destroy you. It could end. But at the same time, the volatility, if you understand the game, you will understand that the volatility of crypto is its sweetness, because that is where lies in generational wealth as well. So if you've been in the bull run group, you would have definitely made so much money in the past week with so much of the information being shared, and a lot more information will still be shared in this week we are in. A lot more information to be shared. So we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to that. So if you haven't, make sure you join the bull run group. Reach out to me. Check the description. They should be able to reach out to me on the WhatsApp, and then get the prices and plug in for your own good, because this is the time. This is the time not to. You don't want to sleep on and miss out anything. In fact, sometimes when a period where it's even crazy this period, and why I say this crazy this period is because I could just be sleeping off and I forget to put some calls, and we've seen them go go crazy, go really crazy, right? So guys, let's talk about post-election effect. Now Trump is the president, right? And we talked about Trump being the president and what is going to happen. I talked about how we could trade last week and make profit. And if you took advantage of it, definitely you should have made some good gains in what happened last week as well. But now he is on the scene. What are we looking at? There are about 10 post-election activities going to happen. So, but I want to see if I can summarize them too. I wrote down a couple of them, but let me see if I can summarize just three things I'm going to say, or three things I'm going to talk about, so it doesn't be ambiguous and too much for a lot of persons. But if you pay attention, everything I'm going to say, the 10 things is summarized in these three, because I have to write them down in details based on my personal research and based on the fact that I am a financial futurist. And being a financial futurist means from time to time you're going to make predictions and forecasts of what you expect to happen ahead of time in the world, financially, globally, in the economy, in the stock market, in the bond market, how it's going to affect everything. And what matters is not just being able to say these things, but being able to know what to do with these things. And that's why I always try to balance everything I'm saying with not just knowledge, but wisdom, practical wisdom based on the knowledge being given. So the first thing that we are already seeing happening is that stocks are actually going to go higher. We're already seeing it happening. Stocks are going to go higher. We've had the Nasdaq blowing up, US 100, US 30, blowing up, the S&P 500 blowing up from the night we got Trump announced as winner. It's been insane. If you're on the challenge group, you will saw I made over $70,000, about almost $90,000 last week, just trading the Nasdaq alone. And that was capitalizing on the volatility that happened last week. I shared I think one of my profit screenshot to my profit screenshot for last week to the what's it called, to the challenge group chart. Sorry, just trading the Nasdaq alone in 5 days of trading just the Nasdaq alone. And now this is the thing. There's a way the American government works, right? So Trump has won. He's now in the presidency, right? He's now in the presidential seat. So, but the fact that he has won the presidency doesn't mean that he's going to be able to 100% just influence the decisions in America per se. There's so many things he said he's going to do, but there's a process behind it. So you have to pay attention to what I'm saying. We have the Congress. So if Trump wins and he doesn't, and the party he belongs to, which is the Republican Party, does not win and have a good foothold in the Congress, it will be very hard for him to be able to execute most of the things he wants to. So the presidency is like a figurehead. Let me use that word. It's a power you're able to execute, right? And there's certain power you have. Obviously, you're the president, but a major part force of that power lies in the Congress. And the Congress is where we have the House of Representatives, and the Senate. We have the Senate and the House of Representatives. So not just did we see Trump win the presidency, we saw his party, which is the Republican Party, win a major part of Congress, a major part of House of Rep, a major part of Senate. So it's going to be very easy for him to be able to pass bills into approval because he's going to have the support of his Republican Party with him. Now, based on that, one of the things Trump said he's going to do, and we're looking forward to, is that he says he's going to be cutting corporate tax. So he wants to pass a bill for corporate tax rate to be cut down from 21% to 15%. That's a huge gap, a huge reduction of somewhere about 5% drop. And if that happens, what it's going to do is most stock companies, their P/E valuation, which is what we call price to earnings valuation, is going to rally. Their P/E ratio, the P/E ratio for most stock companies is going to rally. It's going to rally crazily. And we are already seeing that people are selling bonds right now, selling their bonds and going full on risk mode, bidding heavily into stocks as it is. But now, this is where it gets a bit tricky. Whatever Trump is going to be doing in the next couple of months, based on the data we're going to be seeing, inflation needs to stay low, right? So there's going to be a lot of uncertainty in inflation, right? But if inflation stays low, then we know that the interest rates will keep on falling, because we've always known that Trump is more, has always been hawkish, right? He will definitely want to cut rates. So if interest rates stay low, it will be very easy for him to cut rates. And if he could cut rates, and also he also talked about the fact that he would want to remove the chairman, Fed Chairman Powell, out of power. But we saw last week FOMC meeting, when the question was brought up to Powell, what the Powell said, Powell was like, he's not going anywhere. And that he didn't listen. What he meant was, he said something in the terms of that it is not in the law. By the law, there's no power for the president to remove him from his seat. So, which is a sign or connote that the dude wants to stay through his term. So it's going to be a bit. We already know that Trump and that guy doesn't like go this. They are going different paths. So it's going to be a very interesting thing to see. A very interesting thing to see. But however, as long as the interest rates keep on falling and coming down, stocks could really rally up. And when I mean rally, we could literally see stocks rally as high as up to 20 to 30% over the next 2 years. And if you could check the last time Trump came into power, we saw the same thing happen. So in that regard, for those of you who trade derivatives assets, it will be very profitable trading the S&P 500 and trading the Nasdaq. Trading the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 will be super profitable in this time and the season. In fact, more of buys, being able to catch more of the buy opportunity, because we're going to be like in a macro bullish trend for the next 1 to 2 years in this asset. And for oil, we're going to need more data to be able to determine what is going to happen for oil. So basically, it could range for long, right? We could get to see oil range for long between the prices of 70 to 75, 80, around that range. We could see oil begin to rally around that range based on whatever is happening in the Middle East and stuff. But the reason is, if what Trump is doing helps to help inflation stay low, interest rates keep falling and stuff, the demand for oil won't be as it should be, right? To keep it going so high. So it could range for long, but more of a bullish range than a bearish range. You know, we have bearish ranging market, we have bullish ranging market as well. So it could be in that flow. But one thing is certain is there's definitely going to be uncertainty in interest rates, which I mentioned earlier on, and we can only receive clear confirmation in the next couple of months based on the data that comes from Trump's presidency, Trump's governance, and what we see him do. But one of the most important things that we want to look out for, or you want to expect that could most likely happen, or we want to see happen as regards Trump's presidency, now is in power, as related to stocks. And remember, I always talk about that whatever is going to happen in the market, it begins from the bond, right? And then flows through stocks, and from stocks, it goes to currencies, and from currencies to crypto. So there's a trickle down effect, So let me trickle down from stocks down into crypto now. Now, there are various categories of stocks, right? We have value-based stocks, we have growth stocks, we have financial stocks. Value-based stocks, growth stocks, financial stocks. So in these three kinds of stocks now, for growth stocks, these are stocks that are definitely going to be winners. Growth-related stocks are going to be winners. And the reason is because the policies that Trump is a businessman. We all know that. And the policies is going to be bringing into power, into scene, we stimulate a lot of growth, economic growth. So growth-related stocks are going to be super profitable. So for those who are like in the S&P 500 growth index, they would make a whole lot of money. Because if we circle back to 2018, we had similar kind of thing happen. We have, because we have the S&P 500 growth index, we have the S&P 500 value index, and we had the growth index, I think, rather somewhere around 58% or so, and then the value index was, it still moved up, but not as it should be, not as it should be. So now, if we try to bring it to this, narrow it down to crypto, and another point is, you're going to see memes, or more like tokens that have viral attention, they will outperform valuable projects. That's what tokens that has viral attention will outperform a lot of valuable projects. Just like what is going to be happening in stocks now. So in other words, stocks that are going to provide more value, we have less performance than growth-based stocks. And we're going to be seeing that same thing happen in crypto, right? And another thing you get to see is, even in these growth stocks, the large cap growth stocks, we provide the safest gains ever. And that's the same thing that's going to happen in memes, right? People are going to lose a lot of money in memes because of the way a lot of memes are being created. But over time, if you be able to, if just imagine we're fast forwarding the next 1 year, people who choose to capitalize on the major memes, major specific memes with viral attention, and choose to just double down on them, over the next 1 year, they might still end up being more profitable than those trying to gamble with every single meme out there. They may end up way more profitable. It's just the same playbook, right? Just the same playbook. Now I mentioned the growth stocks, right? Then I mentioned value-based stocks, and I said that same thing is going to happen in crypto. Tokens with viral attention, like memes, we outperform tokens. So let's say what we call utility projects, they will outperform most utility projects. And when we're talking about viral attention, is whatever supports the growth of the ecosystem. So we're having memes, right? Growth-based tokens, we're talking about meme coins. We are talking about coins that have launchpad coins, meme coins, launchpad coins. We're talking about coins that the third category has to be coins that can help you to make more money, and that's where financial stocks come in. Now, financial stocks is also going to be insane. They are very similar to growth stocks, but just like the name is finance, it has to do with finance, right? So basically, as a lot of this deregulation is going to be taking place, a lot of economic growth and reforms, which Trump is going to do in the scene, it is going to be unlocking a lot of growth across financial sectors, across firms, services. We saw the news about, is it Chicago or so, as the biggest city in the world to be able to start accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment for tax, which is an amazing news, right? It's an amazing news. Now, the next few years is going to be like a repeat of what happened in Trump's era. And what we are seeing as per the Republican controlling both the House and the Senate, Trump is most likely going to continue deregulating the financial industry. And this is going to lead to a lot of growth for bankers and firms basically firms in these categories, right, are going to have this much impact. Now, bring it down to crypto. Right? Because what I'm doing now is still talking to us in terms of the financial market, in terms of stocks, in terms of bonds, and then bringing it down to crypto, narrowing down for those who are crypto related. In financial stocks, what are the examples? Actually, what are then the examples of financial coins? Financial coins are coins that will make you more money. Simple. Financial coins are coins that will make you money, not coins that will make you money by buying it. So coins that will produce more coins for you. That's why you see I was talking about masternodes, right? This week I'll make a post, right? I'll share some. I've gotten I think I posted about a masternode I bought. I bought it and I've received it, but I haven't done a video. So I intended that I will only unbox it when I want to do a video. So when I want to do it, that's when I'm going to do an unboxing video for it, and then we'll see it. I'll post another as well. But this week I'll post some content about it so people can start taking advantage of this kind of things now ahead of time. Because if you recall, these things are in times and season. In the last bull run, people who engage in Strong was one of the coin I recommended. Those this I did over 1,000x. Now, but I miss people like got changed in Strong because Strong was a financial coin. But the truth is, over time, when the bull run was coming to an end, it also wrecked a lot of persons. wrecked a lot of persons. Look at Luna, for example. I was one of the first people to recommend Luna at less than $1. January 2021. January 2021, and our price prediction was over $100. So we did over 500x on Luna. And we saw what happened in 2022 when the market was bearish. There was a cascade, a crazy cascade in the market. And a lot of people lost money very well. So who lost their portfolio and stuff. But if you were, let's say, in my close mentorship in 2021, you would have already changed your life. And we saw some people's testimony. I think 1 or 2% built their houses just from only the Luna call alone in 2021. But however, this is the thing. Luna fell in the category of financial crime, and that was why it grew crazily. Like I said, the more things change, the more things remain the same. What we are seeing is a repeat of patterns. What I'm saying to you now is based on historical data and what happened in the last time Trump was president and what is expected to happen going forward in the next 1 to 2 years now that he is now in power. And I'm scaling this thing down into crypto to say, okay, how can we see the same thing in crypto? So I'll be sharing a lot of this information. If you're in the bull run group, a lot of them have been sharing already, and we already made good profit, and we're still making profit. So make sure you join the bull run group so you don't miss out. But however, whether you're in the bull run group or not, I'll be sharing a lot of this on the Telegram channel, the general Telegram channel, and you can take advantage of it. When I come live like this, I post on Twitter, on X. I'll be sharing a lot on X too, a lot on X. I'll be more active on the Telegram channel and on X, and I'll be sharing some like we are doing right now here on our live stream from time to time as well. So quickly, let's look at market analysis and then what is incoming for the week. I don't really even know what we have incoming for this week, right? Okay, I think what we incoming for this week is there will be another live stream session this week, but it's going to be the private live stream with those in the bull run group. So you want to be in the bull run group before that live stream. Every time we hold a live stream, so many things I share which I don't record and keep because of their highly profiled information. Sometimes I teach, sometimes I do guides, sometimes I share, sometimes we look at our portfolios and stuff as well. So you want to be part of that mentorship session. It's only exclusive for those in the bull run group. Join the bull run group so you won't miss out on that. Reach out to me on, please, Debbie, Deborah, or Shola. Just put my number in the chat so I can pin it up. So those who want to reach out and plug in can reach out as well. So any of the admins or any of the admins, kindly just type my number in the chat so I can pin it for those who want to take advantage and reach out to me as well. So we're looking forward to that. And also, we're looking forward to, I'm going to be sharing information as regards memes and also regards this growth-related financial tokens and crypto-related financial tokens that you could literally generate so much amount of money from. So there are some tokens that gives me like $500 every week. There are some that give me like $1,000 every week. Some give me like $2,000 just passively without doing anything. So you could just decide sometimes, okay, I want to take money from here and do this, and definitely it could literally be of help to you as well. So I promised sharing more in X and also videos. I'm going to be doing a lot of that. I've been in a spiritual lens period, right? And being in a spiritual lens period, it's required a lot of attention. So, and it's also affected me not always doing live streams and doing another as well. And I think that's also why most people notice that I dropped in size some weeks ago as well. So I've been doing a very long period, but I'm about almost ending my lens period right now. So I'll have a lot of time to be posting content videos. I've been a lot of traveling again. I've been traveling a lot again and whatnot as well. So looking forward to a lot of content this week. So if you want to plug into the Bull Run group, reach out on the what's it called, the number there on the screen. So let's look at the market. Let's look at what we expecting for this week. So first of all, we are in full on risk mode, right? We are in full on risk mode, and we see BTC breaking 80K right now. So the question people are asking, the question people would want to know is, Shifu, if Bitcoin is breaking this level, did I miss out? I didn't buy Shifu. Where can I buy again? What is gonna go on? What is gonna go on? This blah 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 boo, blah boo. Okay, so first of all, if I actually shared the retest buy for those who are in passing the accounts. For those who the funding opportunity, I shared this entry with a target of 80K as our TP1 and 90K as our TP2 some days ago as well. And we just hit our TP1, I think yesterday, I'll be this morning. So which is also heading to TP2. I shared it only for those with the funding opportunity as a extra benefit, which I'm doing for them. So just share only high probability trades with them to help them pass their accounts and whatnot as well. So, but now that this is already happening, the question is, shift, what next? Will Bitcoin just continue going higher, 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 higher? Am I not going to get a pullback and whatnot as well? So let's look at what I'm expecting to happen for this week as regards Bitcoin and how we could take advantage of it. So first of all, these are a lot of activities that have been going on in the market ever since, and some buy entries which I entered in BTC. But however, it's extended, right? It's extended. If you go to the daily, you see here that the market is fully extended. So what we want to look out for is a pullback. We want to expect a pullback. So there's a tendency that from tomorrow, Monday, we'll be having pullbacks in the market. Tuesday, we could be having pullbacks in the market. But you don't want to be foolish. I'm not going to repeat, you don't want to be foolish. Pullbacks will go as high as 73,000, as low as 73,000 to as low as 67,000, but you don't want to be foolish. Why do I say you don't want to be foolish? I'm going to explain what I mean by saying you don't want to be foolish. What I mean is that we are expecting pullbacks doesn't mean you want to start selling Bitcoin. Rather, you want to wait for Bitcoin. There's no clear buy entry now until those pullbacks happen. And the pullback will most likely happen Monday, which is as we enter into Monday, right? This is today's 10th into Tuesday. So Monday, we could be expecting those pullbacks heavily tomorrow into Tuesday. As the market opens, maybe as the market opens tomorrow and other, because there's going to be a gap. The market is going to open with a gap, obviously. How many of us, we always know that BTC does not move in the weekend, but this is the, can't we see, in the past week since we've been doing this the crypto capital show, this is like the first time you guys are seeing this massive movement on the weekend. Am I right? This massive movement of both Bitcoin and Ethereum on a weekend. Usually it's always Sunday afternoon, evening, Sunday evening when the market is getting closer to open. But this time around, even on Saturday, the market was moving aggressively. Ethereum was moving aggressively. And we're seeing the same thing happen even on a Sunday morning as well. And so it calls for a rebound, right? So there's going to be clearer entries. I will not be making any buy entries on Bitcoin till Wednesday. So Wednesday is going to give a very good entry, most likely. Most likely going to give a very good entry. But only after we've seen the pullback. So we want to get pullbacks Monday, Tuesday. And when the market has moved aggressive like that, when it begins to have pullbacks, people try to rush on. The pullbacks is actually to destroy what we call late traders. People are trying to long the market at the late time. It just destroys them. It frustrates a lot of leverage traders, right? And just keeps on pulling back and pulling. You're trying to catch it. It's because keep on going down, going down. So usually it is wise to watch the pullback take place for 2 days. And then by Wednesday, after those 2 days, you wait for an entry. So what is going to happen is by Wednesday, we most likely could get an entry, and I may share the charts analysis for that entry when the time comes. There's no point being in a hurry. You haven't missed anything. We have 1 full year to go, a very, very long time to make the rest of your life the best of your life. You are not late. We are just getting started, right? We are super just getting started. Well, there are some coins that could literally run up massively, which we are looking at. So let me look through a couple of them. One of them, which I think I made the mention of, also talked about as well, is Dodge. Dodge is very, very good. Dodge will keep on going high. Dodge will keep on going high. You know, I was talking to someone, some people a week ago or two, and when I was telling them about Dodge, they were like, Dodge is not high. I didn't see anything again. Right now, they are calling me and they're feeling bad because they're seeing how high Dodge has been running. If we go to the chart, right? Let's go to charts. Let's go look for Dodge charts. You would even see when I analyzed Dodge for us at a very you can see here, analyze Dodge coming for us weeks ago in October. This was our analysis on Dodge. Somewhere at 0.1 is almost 300% high from our analysis on Dodge. And the crazy thing here is we are going to see Dodge get to $1 in this bull run. $1. Nothing I say is financial advice, very, very important. But I know for certain that we are going to see a $1 Dodge in this bull run as well. So it's super, super crazy. Another token that we've been on is Sundog, right? Sundog it's been crazy because Sundog dipped massively to somewhere around 100 million market cap and is currently around 150 million market cap as well. It's trying to make a rebound. I want to check for Dex Screener. I want to look for Sundog here. So this is the daily time frame, right? So if this is actually going to run, if this actually runs, because with memes, you can't be 100% certain, anything can happen. You could even lose all your money. That's a fact about memes, and you just have to say it as it is. So if you're not ready to lose money in memes, you don't trade it. But if we get to see what we are looking at on the macro time frame, if it plays out, this could be very, very historical, right? Because we saw this spike was not, should I say it was not really a real spike, or should I say it's what's the word to even use for this spike? It happened, but in real time in the chart, what we saw was a 400 million market cap, right? We didn't really see this. It happened when somebody bought and then sold. So if it comes back to fill this week, that's going to be a billion market cap. And from where it is right now, from where we first entered, it's going to be 10x. It's going to be 1,000%. If it moves from 150, it's still going to be around somewhere around 600-700x and whatnot as well. So and we're looking out for good listing announcements and it, right? Good listing announcements and it. So it's still there. It's still there. And basically those two which I just talked about, because this is the thing. The more we see Doge in creation flying hard, the more we see Doge rallying crazy with whatever is going to be taking place, the more we're going to see dog-related coins, dog-related tokens also go crazy, super, super crazy. And now, not just those dog-related tokens go crazy, but the major dog tokens that have cemented themselves. That's why I talked about growth stocks and the large cap growth stocks outperforming the lower cap growth stocks. This is what we are going to see happen even in crypto as regards memes. So the ripple effect on Doge will also fly into others. There's something I wrote down as regards what you want to look out for. I don't know if I typed it somewhere or I wrote it down somewhere as regards certain signs we want to see in. Okay, when you look at Doge, as Doge begins to fly, I don't know where I wrote it down, but I think I could remember it. When you look at Doge and Doge begins to fly, you begin to see what its signs. The sign of Doge flying is a sign of institutional money. A lot of institutional money is going to be behind Doge. So the sign when we see Doge flying high, well, what you're seeing, what you should interpret it as institutional money is going flowing into crypto. The same way when you begin to see Peep and Bonk fly and rally real hard, these two memes, it's also going to signal crazy memes. Dodge is not what signal crazy inflow means. It's Peep and Bonk rallying that will signal memes rally. They are the major face and mascot of meme rally in this run. But the major mascot for institutional flow in this run will be Doge. Doge. So a lot of things are going to is changing, right? But at the same time, like we said, the more things change, the more things stay the same. So when we see these things, these patterns begin to play out. The only thing extra that's going to be unique is there's what we call new growth stocks that comes up during such seasons. They came up so much during the season of Trump, and we're going to see the same thing happen in this era. New memes that are going to come, and we just like Peep came and did. Most of these memes are going to come, and they are going to just blast. And what we are seeing right now, we're in that period whereby you have an opportunity to accumulate a good number of them as it's coming this month. Some created this month, some created December, and that's why you should make sure you join the bull run, because sometimes some of the memes we share, maybe they just created them maybe 2 days ago or 3 days ago. Sometimes within hours of creating it or sharing the information. And the good thing here is because of the you take out profits, you may just leave some, and maybe in the next 3 months you see that the same meme you left a little bit is now a 500 million market cap project, and you're like, I left $50, and my $50 is now giving me $20,000, $10,000. That is how it happened. There is no big grammar, big explanation. So it's as simple as that. Because some of them you just left, and this is the same thing that happened in last run with many of us because of what we left as well. So if you are in the bull run group right now, is the opportunity you will have this season to be able to capitalize on this fresh new information that is coming up as I'm sharing them as well, because some of them is not even about it now, some is for tomorrow. I can remember when we talked about a particular set of token, Jesus related token, right? In We talked about those tokens in sometime around when was that again? Sometime around early, let's see, right? Early this year, and it dipped massively, almost like to almost nothing. And then when Easter was approaching, the season of Jesus came, it blew out of proportion to over 3,000%. And so many people who bought were so happy they were selling up on them. And this is how these memes work, right? This is just how it is. And that's why we don't risk so much money on them, because it come and go. And most important, timing. And with me saying that, we have Jesus is approaching again. December is approaching again. And we could also see the same kind of thing happen as well in these Jesus related tokens. For example, a token like this, let me share a token like this, Jesus on Soul. There's a token called Jesus on Soul, right? It's currently at 477k market cap, and you can see it's been rallying as we entered November. So I'm going to this token. We bought this token somewhere around here in December last year when it launched at 8k market cap. I shared to those in the bull run group. We bought it and we sold somewhere around 1.8 million. It did over, I don't know, this was like a 100x token for us, a 100x, 10,000%. And it dipped to, and we are approaching another season right now, right? We're approaching another season. And so in December is when this could really go ballistic. I remember we always talk about the emphasis of buy the rumor, sell the news, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if we get to see this break a million market cap and above. So if it gets like a million, or let's say it gets to its all-time high, that should be like 4-5x from wherever it is right now. But risk on, most important is to know that the Jesus season has to be there, right? To actually key in. So Jesus on Soul is very, very key. And you know, there's a lot of Jesus out there. So you have to be careful with Jesus you're buying. Mentioning the name Jesus as a coin is very funny. But that's the era we are in already. So there is another that could be key. I'm trying to look for. So I have to check for it to be sure I'm seeing the right one. I'm coming, guys. I don't know if this is it. So we've seen this bouncing off a bit here, just very little. Is at 67K market cap. So once it's getting into December, these things are going to happen. So this is it. This is it. This is the correct one. So there's Jesus on soul, Jesus on seal. But you know, the impact on seal is going to be based on two things. If the seal ecosystem begins to have a lot of traction and we're getting to December, this could really rally. December and seal ecosystem is very important. I think we're already having a little bit of that because we see Hippo here is kind of going crazy. So I think some level of traction should also really pull down effect as well. So just on Soul, just on Seal are not bad for December. So it's very key to understand these are seasonal tokens, and the seasonal tokens will actually have their effect during the season as well. So take note of the levels we're talking about now, because in a couple of days, in a couple of weeks from now, we'll be balling in maximum profit and gains on them as well. I've said so much so far. We've talked about the economy, we've talked about what to expect after Trump comes in. I've been able to narrow it down to crypto for those who are just crypto centric alone. And also, we've talked about Bitcoin, what we're looking at for the week. So we're expecting a pullback, and then the pullback will give us the entry we want to see to rally and ride around to 100K. And this entry we could most likely get it by Wednesday. And when the chart comes and becomes clearer, I'm going to share. But however, we look at some coins and assets that we could literally trade on them and actually be on them as well. So I say, what about Jesus on base? The truth is, the Jesus on base team is not doing anything, right? It's not doing anything right now. They are not doing anything as regards that. So if I would rather like buy a token where I know that the team they actually be active and take some positive action to support it than the ones whereby they may not be doing anything at the moment. If we see activities going on, maybe the team are coming up to do something, probably then I would want to look out for them as well. But the team behind the Soul and the Seal, I think it's the same team behind Soul and Seal, but the team on base is a totally different team entirely. They are two different teams entirely. But if the one on base decides to pick up activity, because at the end of the day, it's not just about the token, it's about the team, right? Behind those things, being able to eject activity. But I may do some little bit of doubling down to see if I can reach out to the team to find out if they have plans and activities coming for it um, on it for December on it. But the ones I'm most should I say more certain and comfortable with is Jesus on Soul, Jesus on Seal, right? As regards them those two as well. So guys, we've said so much, so much. I hope we enjoyed the introduction, right? I had to tell my team to work on that. So most times when we're going live in our crypto capital show, we can have these introductive sessions whereby we get powerful intros and listings. Sometimes it could be meditation that will go on. They will help you to meditate before we come on live, or sometimes powerful intros from like it's maybe like educational, inspirational, motivational to help you learn a lot, to inspire you, to motivate you, to put you in the right mind and the right place that could lead to the super help you as well. So much I can say. Like I will always say, if the students be ready, the shifu will always appear. And when the shifu appears, what happens? The students will always prevail. So take advantage of every opportunities out there. Plug into the program group as well for your own benefit and good. I've shared so much information, so much. I've given so many alphas here already, so much value already. If maybe in between my sessions, sometimes I discover I speak fast sometimes. And because sometimes I speak fast, it's hard to get everything I'm saying at a go if you're not paying full on attention. So you may need to rewatch some of the scenes, rewatch it again to get some of the things I was trying to say. And sometimes it could be flying over some of your head. So but if you walk over, obviously there will be people who get everything I'm saying very fast. But if you're in the category whereby you're not getting everything being said very fast and it seems to be too fast for your brain, you have to watch it again and then you'll be able to catch up with everything I've said. So you make sure you don't misinterpret what I said and end up making wrong decisions, but you um, get to see and hear what I say verbatim clearly for your own good, and it's going to help you. So there are always people who do that, who always go back to rewatch the Crypto Capital Show series and get what they need to get out of the session and prepare for the week ahead, because I've already given us what should help you prepare for this week ahead. So the market is going to be opening in a couple of hours. So there's going to be trading. We're going to be trading. We'll be looking at the chart. And we're going to go deep into a lot of trading this week in currencies, in commodities, in gold, in stocks indices, in cryptos as well. So much money is to be made, right? This is the season we are in, whereby every single day millions are being made. And if I'm part of them, I know you too should be part of them. Bye for now, everybody, and have a blessed Sunday. See you same time next week and the same day of the weekend for episode 42 of the Crypto Capital Show series.